How the music video for Hotel Ceiling by Rixton changed my perception of myself. Here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, talk through how my perception of myself changed in relation to my watching the 2015 music video for the song Hotel Ceiling by Rixton. So this is, a decade later. Today is approximately. It's Friday, 3 October 2025, and I'm Tanis Coralee of Seattle. And this is one, so I, was like, I'll click on this. I was, doing, I saw after it was released, and I was doing work, coding and stuff like that, and there's a ceiling function and some computer programming. And so I was like, I'm going to click on this because of the ceiling function and computer programming. So I clicked on this to watch it, and the lead female in the music video is the woman, a woman who plays a weapons specialist in a Star Trek movie that I've covered, one of those three, the Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. And the guy looks like my Josh Kerr. And I look, and I'm watching, and I'm like, nah, I know what this one's about. All right, this is about me and my guy. And I'm like, okay, how judgmental am I going to be of myself watching this? And so it's a really interesting music video because they get, it's slightly, he appears to be slightly taller and slightly skinnier than my Josh Kerr, but he looks very close to my Josh Kerr. And I just laid into myself and in terms of just complete self-hate. There was a little bit of not entirely self-hate, so I was like, all right. So that was the first view. So then in viewing it again, I was like, I'm going to try and focus on the positive things that were in this. And I was like, and let's start with trying to identify the problem I have with myself. And so I was watching it, and I was like, what's my problem here? And what makes me so insecure that I attack myself? And I was like, it's the part of the music video where the guy gets down on one knee and she screws it up, the character. I'm like, yeah, that would be me. I'm that insecure. I was like, what does that mean about myself? I'm like, introspection time. Every time I watch this video, I'm going to introspect because I believe that my Josh and I can be great at love and great with each other. And I'm not there. For real. And so I was like, well, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of taking, the next step. And so this is a music video that drastically changed my perception of myself, in that I could actually confront my insecurities, identify my insecurities without being unassisted, unprompted, right? Because I was watching, I was like, if I become famous, we become famous, this is the kind of stuff that they would make about us. And we're not even famous and they're making this about us. If it's about my Josh, they're like, we want to see you be successful. So let's make the song and music video about you guys to help you out. I'm like, man, there are nice people in this world. And I was like, living in California, and a bunch of people were and still are, they take my ideas or my concepts and run with them without ever asking me for permission or consent or anything like that. And I was like, here's an example of people who actually care, who don't do that and go, let's put something out there for you guys to think about and be like, oh my gosh, I hope that doesn't turn it to be us. She's a horrible woman. Okay, she turns into a horrible woman in the duration of the, approximately 4-minute long music video. Okay, kind of thing. And so I was just like, I don't want to be that. And I was I think it just horrified me so much. I was like, I'm okay with not returning to drinking alcohol. And not that I drank much to begin with. And so it had my perception of myself was I got issues, but I'm also can identify those issues. So maybe I can improve enough that he and I can be together someday. So in that sense, it opened me to love, but also I got some serious work to do on myself. And I really do hope I get to be with my guy, my Josh Kerr. And that dream is alive if you watch my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, that's true. Yeah, that, I think perhaps the biggest initial one was that I could identify in myself my biggest problem was just taking that first step. I'm 33 years of age and I still haven't had a boyfriend. And I don't want to miss that moment of proposing. And I was like, man, I'll even propose if I have to. I don't want to miss that magical moment. So that was another big takeaway. Was I was like, this is the music video where I was like, I'm okay with proposing. I don't want to miss it. Dang it. Yeah, a magnetic magical moment because I'm scientific and so magic is kind of like, magnetic. But like, you know, ilmenite or magnetic. Okay. So that's a little bit on how the music video for Hotel Ceiling by Rixton changed my perception of myself.